Namaste. I am Nagarathna Vinayak Joshi, Harikatha Artist from Hubli, Karnataka. Yonta pravishyam vachamivam prasuptam sanjeevayati akhila shaktidharaswadhamna अन्यांश्च हस्तचरण श्रवणत्वगादीन् प्राणान् नमो भगवते पुरुषाय तुभ्यं संकल्पमात्र परिकल्पित वस्तुजालं प्रेमार्द्रशीलमतिमानुष दिव्यलीलं भक्तानुकूलमनुबध्य कृपालवालं श्री सत्यसाई नमः प्रणतोस्मि नित्यं. Sorry, usual background is not there because I am on Amarnath and Vaishno Devi Yatra. So when I return back, same background of Swami blessing you all will be there. Sorry for that. Let us start today's Subhashita. It's the fourth one in your academic syllabus. So it is Navadhana Madhupana Bhranta Sarvendriyanam Avinayamanumantum Nutsake Durjananam. Actually, whenever a poet writes a drama or a kavya, whatever it is, gadya or padya, isn't it? It may be gadya padya mishrita champu also. So prose or poetry, whatever he writes, whenever a poet writes something, he speaks through the characters of the play or of the poem or of the prose, whatever it is. The poet speaks through the characters of the play, of his book, whatever it is. There will be some character in his book, and through him he gives messages to the society through that character. So likewise here this Subhashita also has been spoken through one of the characters of a play or a prose or a poem written from a poet. Though the character says this, through him the poet speaks. In society there will be so many things which are not good or which are good. So whatever is good or bad, the poet experiences, he will tell those things, those feelings through his characters. He has got the unique ability, unique chance to tell that. So in Kannada they say Ravi Kanadanna Kavi Kantane. That means whichever the sun even cannot see, the poet sees. So he can make out anything from the society. He can make out any mistake which is being done in the society, and through his characters he tries to teach them. He directly won't say anything, but through characters he speaks. That's what. In this Subhashita, let's come to this Subhashita. Navadhana Madhupana Bhranta Sarvendriyanam Avinaya Manumantum Notsahe Durjanana. Some people will be there. They are born rich. So they will be benevolent, kind. So they will be ready to spend their wealth or money for the betterment of the mankind. But some people will be there, Navadhana Madhupana Pranta. Some people will be in a dilemma or in confusion. Who are they? Navadhana Madhupana Pranta. The poet says, if somebody gets rich suddenly, somebody gets a lottery ticket, and then he will get 1 crore rupees for that lottery ticket. Suddenly he will get rich, no? Somebody goes to Karodpati and he'll be, Kaun Banega Karodpati, and he'll be a Karodpati. Suddenly he'll get money. At that moment, what will happen is, he will not be knowing what to do with that money. Sudden wealth acquired, Navadhana, here it has been said. Sudden wealth acquired makes that person egoistic, to feel immensely proud about himself, and he will not be knowing how to spend it. All sensory, vicious objects, all luxuries will attract him towards him, so that I have money, I can buy this, I can do that, I can do whether it is right or wrong, he will not be having the capacity to make the assessment of right or wrong. So it is very difficult for him to go in a righteous way. So he is Bhranta, he is confused. Navadhana Bhranta. If a person gets good position, if a person gets more money or wealth, or if a person is Madhupana Bhranta, means drunk, alcohol thoroughly, then also he will be Bhranta, not Samachitta, he will be Bhranta. He will not be in that Santushta Satatam Yogi Yatatma Druda Nishchayaha Mayarpita Mano Buddhi Yo Madbhaktasya Me Priya. He will not be in that stage. Adyo Vijanavanasmi Konyostu Sadrsho Maya Yakshye Dasyami Modishye Ityajnana Vimohita Aham Sarvasya Prabhavu. See, what they think is, I have everything now, I have money with me. I can do anything I want. So they are very much confused, egoistic, feeling proud about themselves, and are not in a stage to recognize or assess what is dharma and what is adharma, which path is supposed to be followed and which path is not. Navadhana Madhupana Bhranta Sarvendriya. Their indriyas, their panchendriyas, all eye, nose, ears, jihva, and then skin. These panchendriyas, shabda, sparsha, rupa, rasa, gandha, their gunas, all these things all these things will not be in their control, their own control. Though their Antasakshi will tell them that whatever you are doing is not proper, they will be in a dilemma and they would like to follow the path which is not righteous. So Navadhana Madhupana Bhranta Sarvendriyana. That's why Shankara Bhagavad Pada has told, Ma Kuru Dhana Jana Yauvana Garvam Harati Nimeshat Kalas Sarvam Mayamidam Akilam Hitva Mayamidam Akilam Hitva Brahmapadam Tam Pravisha Viditva Bhaja Govindam Bhaja Govindam Govindam Bhaja Mudhamati Ma Kuru Dhana Jana Yauvana Garvam Harati Nimeshat. Within a moment you will be losing everything. You think that you have wealth now, you have everything now, you can enjoy it, you are not controlled. You don't want to control yourself, you don't know what to do, you are following those vicious thoughts which lead you to your total destruction. But one or the other day you will not be having anything in your hands. Harati Nimeshat, within a moment the time will take everything away from you. So what you have to do is Navadhana Madhupana Bhranta Sarvendriyanam Avinayam Anumantum Notsaye Durjanana. Here poet says, these vicious people, these bad people, these dushtas, these people who has got Rakshasa quality in them, they, after getting sudden wealth or after being drunk, means alcoholics, those people, they will lose the control over their senses and they will be attracted towards sensory objects, and then they will never behave in a proper way. Vinaya would be far away from them. Humble and being meek, these qualities, these virtues will be far away from them. Avinaya Manumantam, such people who are never humble or meek and who are confused, who are egoistic, who feel proud about themselves, and who have lost the control over their senses. I just don't want to respect those people. I just don't want to permit those people to do whatever they want. This is what the poet says over there. So I would like to say an example for this. Daksha Brahma. Shiva married Daksha Brahma's daughter Sati, Dakshayani. Daksha Brahma, what he thinks is, he is everything. He has got Daksha Brahma. That is a just like a throne, or it is just like a stage wherein lot of respect will be given. He has been made Daksha Brahma from the Chaturmukha Brahma. So that is a good position actually, which for which Daksha Brahma is very much egoistic, feeling proud about himself, and he forgets that Shiva is God. Lord Shiva is God himself. He is the owner of this world. He never thinks about that. Once what will happen, those rishis, they will make one satra in Naimisharanya. Satra means Jnana Yajna, to meditate, to find about who we are actually, to attain immortality, to see the Brahma inside us, or to understand our real Swarupa, Tattvamasi. You are that Brahma, you are that Parabrahma. So to understand that Tattva, all rishis, sages will call Ishvara or the Shiva as the Adhyaksha, the president of the that union. And then they will all wanted to do that Jnana Satra, wherein they wanted to meditate, and wherein they wanted to search themselves. Means they wanted to be with their selves, Parabrahma Sarupa. So at that moment, Daksha Brahma, there are some rules for this thing, Sabha, isn't it? Whichever assembly is there are some rules. So Shiva says, all of us will do, for 5 minutes, all of us will be quiet. At that moment, if anybody comes, nobody will stand up. Nobody will give special respect. And then nobody will even move from the place they are sitting. So let us for 5 minutes let's close our eyes and experience ourselves. Let us experience the eternal bliss. Omkara. At that moment, all rishis will be doing the same thing. At the moment, this Daksha Brahma, he is late actually, Daksha Brahma, Prajapati. He comes very late to that sabha. And then he comes over there and sees all those rishis. Ishvara is sitting as the president in a main seat. And he has closed his eyes and got united with the universal sound. At that moment, everybody is trying to get united with the universal sound. But when Daksha Brahma comes over there, nobody watches him. Then he says, At that moment, Ishvara knows all these things. That's why he is enjoying the eternal bliss. So the Daksha Prajapati Brahma, he'll be coming there. And actually, when everybody will stand up, Shiva will not stand up. At that moment, he will be angry about Shiva, and he will scold him like anything. He curses him, abuses him. Shiva will not say anything, not even a single word. And those people, those rishis, those sages who are assembled there, who have called Shiva for the position, that is president's position, they also will not speak about anything. And everybody will be scared of Daksha Prajapati Brahma, so they don't say even a single word. So then Shiva, he thinks I should not be there in this place where Ragadveshas are there. So Shiva moves away to Kailasa. And Daksha Prajapati Brahma will be very angry with Shiva. And then he will go home and he will perform a sacrifice wherein he will not be he will not give Rudra Bhaga to Rudra, Shiva. In a sacrifice, Rudra Bhaga has to be given to the Parameshwara. But because he is angry with Shiva, Daksha Prajapati Brahma, and he is very egoistic, very feeling proud about himself, and he is already a prey of sensory things. So he thinks himself the great, and he never thinks that Lord Shiva is Parameshwara, the Parabrahma Swarupa. He is everything in this world, and that you should not insult him. So at that moment, what will happen? Daksha Prajapati Brahma perform the yaga, and meanwhile, Shiva's wife will come to know that Dakshayani. She asks Shiva, "We'll go there. I will tell Shiva. I will tell Daksha, my father, that whatever he is doing is wrong." But Shiva never permits her to go, and even he don't wants to go. But somehow Sati will get the permission and will come to Daksha's sacrifice, and then she sees her father. He is doing yajna without giving Rudra Bhaga to Parameshwara, and nobody will talk to her. But Parameshwara, while Sati was leaving for Daksha's yajna, Parameshwara says one thing: if you get insulted over there, don't come back. So Sati comes to know over there that Daksha Prajapati Brahma, he is egoistic, and he is at the peak of his ahankara, and he never respects Shiva. And Shiva has told her previously itself, if you go and get insulted over there, don't come back. At that moment, Sati becomes very sad. So Sati says, Daksha, you are doing this yajna, sacrifice without giving Rudra Bhaga, you will perish. Everybody who is associated with you will be destroyed. All of you will get perished. And then with the Yogagni, she gets herself burnt down. When Shiva comes to know Sati is not there, she has got burned down from Yogagni, Shiva actually comes there and sends Veerabhadra and punishes all of them. So Veerabhadra comes there, and then he kills Daksha, makes him beheaded, and that puts his head in the Homakunda. And then all Devatas along with Vishnu and Brahma pray Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva, though he is angry, very angry, he will be compassionate too. So he will bless all of them, and he will give another life to Daksha. Why I told this story is because of his egoistic behavior, because that he is Daksha Prajapati Brahma, he has got a lot of wealth, he has got a position given by Chaturmukha Brahma, which is great, everybody respects that position. He was confused, he was prey for all sensory objects, he was prey for his senses. So what did he do? He did never listen to his Antasakshi, or he did never think whichever is right, whichever is wrong. He didn't do any assessment, or he didn't walk in a righteous path. For that reason, he lost everything in his life. So, Navadhana Madhupana Pranta Sarvendriyanam Avinaya Manumantum Notsage Durjananam. Here, the poet says, whoever are those people who are Bhrantas, who are confused by being suddenly rich or wealthy, or who are alcoholic and have drunk alcohol, those people whose indriyas are not working according to them are those people whom I do never respect. I do never permit them to do anything wrong in this world. I do never respect such bad people. That's what this Subhashita says. Namaste. Om Shri Sai Ram.